And it's sad that it's actually black men that do it the most when they tear down black women.
Right.
And this is why I always say black women, they have it the hardest.
We do.
I don't
because
think black men turn down black women.
What? You won't find. Wait, let me just finish. Let me finish. You won't find. You can. But it's very rare that a man of another race will be tearing down a black woman. It's always the black men. Now, listen, and their go-to always is your wigs, your lashes, your this.
Like we're the only ones doing it.
Like, allow it.
We're not the only ones doing it.
But the reason why I say, and I had...
Why do you always bring other races into this? Predominantly black men are with black women. So obviously, black men are predominantly going to make commentary on the women that they're dating. I don't see why you don't understand that. It's the same way black women, when they're gonna make comments on men, they're gonna predominantly talk about black men because black women predominantly date black men.
This debate with someone, and it's mad because even on this episode of Backchat, you had that mixed race girl who was saying that she's black.
Shireen, yeah.
Imagine... the debate I was having was over someone calling me black, right? And was having a debate, and then I basically...
you say you're mixed race, you're not black.
I'm not black. And I'll go into that. I don't mean it in a rude way, but yeah, we'll go into that. But it's nuts because we had that debate, and then I went on to say how black women, they're the most hated because you're hated by your own race.
Yeah, imagine.
Wow.
You don't get held up.
Wow, this woman here saying that black women are the most hated because they're hated by their own race. That is the maddest statement I've ever heard, bro. That's crazy, bro. Bro, I don't know what she's talking about.
Black as a race is already oppressed.
But then you're a woman.
On top, the oppression on top of the oppression.
It's mad.
So already...
You are so oppressed that you're on this podcast show, sitting on all of this like nice surroundings, nice furniture, drinking that alcohol, saying exactly what you want to say, talking about you're oppressed. Oh my God. What? How are you oppressed? Oh my God. Ginger J has just been cancelled and lost his whole career because he said take your wig off to Zilla. And in general, in this current society, women can say whatever they like about a man. You could diss a man for being short. You could diss a man for being broke. You could diss a man for his hairline. You could diss a man for having a little willy. Like, you can say whatever you want and laugh about it. And you can say it on daytime TV and you will not lose your livelihood for that. And you are talking about, oh, you are oppressed. This is insane, bro. Right off the back of a black guy losing his livelihood and being cancelled. And you're saying you are the most oppressed. You can't really have like honest conversations with a lot of modern women. You can't, regardless of black or white. A lot of times you can't have real conversations with them because they're so biased in their head. This woman's talking about she's oppressed. How are you oppressed exactly? Tell me the oppression, this extreme oppression that you're facing that black men do not face in their own way. If black men don't face in our own way. Please tell me, bro. Just for the fact that we live in such a feminist society, women empowerment society, and for you to say that you're oppressed is crazy in this current day and age, 2025 and onward. That's crazy that you would say that. That's insane.
Society makes us hard as it is, yeah? Then our very own men will come and harden us more.
The black kings that they want us to love so much.
By ridiculing us.
Yes.
And saying why they don't prefer us. And saying because they don't like what we...
But hold on, I thought you said earlier that you don't care. Now you're saying it's making you hard. Meanwhile, majority of black men are still with black women. Let's not forget that fact.
We wear on our hair and what we do. And it's like, hold on. Can you just leave us alone? It gets to a point where we're exhausted. The point where we don't even have a rebuttal anymore. You don't prefer us? Fine. No. Leave us alone. Just let us be in peace. And I think that's what was so triggering about Ginger J. We're tired, bro. We could be sitting here minding our business. Our black women. Oh my days, what have we done today? What have we done now? What have we done now?
Do you not think that might be due to the fact that black people are quite open when they speak, as opposed to other, let's say, races?
No.
You don't think at all?
I feel like black people, for the most part, we are our own worst enemies.
Yes, I think we are very outspoken. Because the truth is that other races tear down their own. The difference is it's just that you don't see it.
And that's the problem.
And the only reason why I'm saying that, the only reason I'm saying that is
that's
because
where it should be.
I'm a very diverse person.
But why is ours out a door? Why is ours always on a public
because
domain?
This is what sells. This is what sells. This is what keep
there's plenty of podcasts and there's plenty of black female personalities that will talk about black men in derogatory ways. Why are we acting like that doesn't exist? Why? Why are we acting like, especially in society these days, women will openly laugh at men and talk about the men that they will never date and ridicule them and laugh at them. Why are we acting like that doesn't exist? Like, it happens both ways, but only in recent years, men have started to say their opinions, and some men have come out and been like out of line and said some really extreme things. But women have been saying things about men for ages, bro. Like, that's as long as I've been alive. That has been in the media. I'm not saying that white people, Asians don't do, because I know what goes on in the Asian households. It's mental. They got colorism in their own situation, I know what's going on in the Asian community is mad. But do you see how they keep it in-house? You have to be in the house to really know what's going on, or a documentary might come out on BBC, maybe once in a blue moon, but you need to be in that house to know what going on. Ours is always out of door. Ours is always going viral. Why all the time? It's like we don't have shame. We don't protect ourselves.
We know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Why are we always at the expense of entertainment? Why is it always for virality? It gets to a point.
Have we ever like looked at where this stems from?
Slavery.
Oh my God, bro, like, okay, we understand what happened in slavery. We understand the atrocities that happened to black people in slavery, yeah? We understand that there's been a lot of social engineering that has been targeted against black people and everything, yeah? We know that, right? But even with all that knowledge, a lot of us still decide to behave in undesirable ways. And as an adult, you have to be accountable for what you do and what you say, fam. And everybody needs to be accountable for what they do and what they say. The past generations, they didn't have as much information at their disposal as we do.
We can look at where it stems from and we can say slavery and all these things. The reality is slavery, we need to take accountability.
I think we go beyond slavery, I think Afro-Caribbeans, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I think that our culture and our way has always been open to show. We have always showboated, whether it be
very flamboyant,
extravagant, and whatever else.
We've
always been very expressive and loud.
Very passionate.
From the Caribbeans to the Africans, it's the same damn thing. It's just that certain Caribbean cultures, maybe not as much as, let's say, the others. Nigerians and Ghanaians.
It's the same thing as
we Africans, are, as Nigerians, quite loud, expressive, and we are very
Jamaicans.
The Ghanaians are not as... They're very chill. I'm not saying that they don't do their own, but they're more subtle about it. However you want to look at it, we are quite boastful.
You have the Congolese people, they're the same.
Same thing. And we're doing dances, we're doing different forms of whatever that people are tagging, because it's all culture. Jamaicans are wearing different colours and it's all, in your face. Whereas, let's say Europeans, let's say British. What is their flavour?
They don't have a culture.
They do have a culture. But the fact is that their culture is a lot more reserved.
Yeah, conservative.
Now, what you'd say to that, you'd say, white people are snobs. That's the stigma. But the truth is that that's not what it is. It's that they're English. And in England, we do things this way. And that's how it's done.
But that's obviously the culture.
Now, when you come to an English or white British neighbourhood and you're doing, yo, blah, blah,
it's like, wow.
Yeah.
What? Read the room.
Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. As an adult, you have to take accountability for your own behaviour.